the best. Tracy's Fine Jewelry, where love sparkles.
Looking for the most romantic night out in Panama City? Ferrucci Ristorante is your destination for authentic Italian cuisine and unforgettable moments. The candlelight, the wine, the homemade pasta. It's like a little slice of Italy. From handcrafted sauces to centuries-old recipes, Ferrucci brings true Italian flavor to every plate. It's where love stories begin and anniversaries are celebrated. To reserve your table, call 850-913-9131. Ferrucci Ristorante, Panama City's most romantic escape.
It's a bully, but we aren't afraid of a fight. It's elusive, but our focus never fades. It's deadly, but we were born to defeat cancer. You may not have heard of us, but our work has helped millions impacted by cancer. We are the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. We are leaders in advancing breakthroughs in immunotherapy, genomics, and personalized medicine. This research saves lives. After 65 years of fighting blood cancers, we've arrived at a game-changing belief. The cures for cancer are in our blood. The drugs and treatments we've developed for blood cancers have helped people affected by many different types of cancers. We are the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Beating cancer is in our blood. Learn more at LLS.org.
Junior Achievement is where dreams take flight. We are helping students connect what they learn in school to future work and career success. We are teaching them how to manage money to achieve financial security as adults. And we are showing them that starting a business also means changing lives and communities. However, we can't do it alone. Go to ja.org to learn more.
Northwest Florida's home for college football bowl games. WGSX Lynn and WPLQ Port St. Joe.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Powered by Panama City Toyota.
Lights, camera, action.
It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Do you know who I am?
Live and local inside the J. Michael Studio.
People know me.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hot tub! I'm full of water! I stay hot tub! Stay hot tub! Gonna get you hot tub! I'm gonna make it wet! Stay hot tub! Rubber dub in the hot tub! Rubber dub with me! Chug in the hot tub!
Yeah!
Will it make me sweat?
Yeah!
Chug in the hot tub!
Yeah!
Will it make me sweat?
Well. Welcome to a beautiful Wednesday here in Paradise, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Weather's going to be absolutely gorgeous. Be careful driving. As you know, kids are back in school. Yesterday, had an opportunity to go pick up my beautiful granddaughter after her dance class. I said, what was it like getting back up and getting back to school yesterday? She said, oh, it was good, Papa. I said, yeah. Wait till the next couple of days, it'll hit you again.
She
goes, yeah, you're probably right. But the kids are glad to be back in school. And guess, I've been saying this all week, Brent Smith loved him. He was a principal at Arnold High School, loved his family. Jan Solaris has taken over. Glenn, I think she's probably been administrator as long as you've been alive.
She's probably been out there a long time.
Yeah. So what I'm getting at, great to have Jan Solaris back. The legend is back at Arnold High School.
All right. If she started the high school.
Yeah, I tell everybody that Betty Sue and a bunch of them are going to go by and see her. They're going to go by and surprise her, so I'll probably ruin that. But they're going to go by and see her pretty soon.
I'm not sure how much she listens to your show.
Oh, she listens. She's a listener. But anyway, if you're at the Arnold High School and you see our new principal, go by and say hello to Jan Solaris. She opened that thing up back in 99 and had her first year, and I think it was 2000, or 99, 2000, some 25, 26 years ago, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's right in there when I had to go see the superintendent.
Well, you've been bad. You've been naughty. What? Hello, good morning. What's going on?
Hello? Hey, am I on?
Yeah, you're on.
Yeah.
I want to ask Coach Manley if he found his teeth.
I did. You spoiled my thunder there. I was going to tell you, I came out of hiding.
Looked like he bruised his nose finding them.
Well.
Oh, hey, there's
Rudolph.
Hey, Dad, you got 1,000 for me, brother? I don't want to keep y'all long. I want to talk about some Nashville connections.
Oh, here we go, Glenn.
In Tennessee.
Glenn, go ahead.
I know y'all don't like to talk about people leaving on the transfer portal, but Tennessee lost their kicker that missed 5 kicks, including the game winner against Georgia. He's gone to Arkansas.
Oh, that's
which
good.
You may think that's okay or good, but it also hurt Tennessee in Memphis probably because, I mean, the kid was a hero in Memphis. But he just couldn't live up to it up there in Knoxville. But let me ask you this. I had a friend that, well, let's put it this way. He's a Tennessee trader. He loves Vanderbilt. By the way, who do you like tonight at Memorial? I think it's at Memorial. It's not at Colvin, Alabama versus Vandy.
Ooh.
You know who we're rooting for. Everybody in this room, you know it. Roll Tide.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, man, that hurts my ears.
Not everybody.
Even Glenn, he's one
Glenn
minute.
for Vanderbilt. Come on, man. He remembers the great glory days.
I got a big Vandy graduate at Wally, works out with us down at the gym. I love him. He listens all the time. He loves Vandy.
I'm a Clyde
he loves
Lee guy.
Vandy.
I'm a Clyde Lee fan. So.
Yeah, you are.
Yep.
You remember where Clyde went to high school, don't you?
Yes, Lipscomb, wasn't it?
Lipscomb High, that's right, home of Pat Boone and others. But Clyde built that Memorial Gymnasium, brother.
I tell you what.
And he was a top 50 player in the NBA when they had their 50th anniversary. A lot of people don't know about him, but he played for the Warriors. He and Nate Thurman used to dominate every rebound on the West Coast that Wilt Chamberlain didn't get.
Well, yeah.
Anyway.
There wasn't many, were they?
There were a lot, actually, back in the day.
Hey, let me ask you this. Are you trying to keep up with, Oklahoma State, as of maybe 2 days ago, Oklahoma State, they've already had 60 players leave. Iowa State's had 51. How do you even keep up? I don't even want to mess with it. I can't stand it. It makes me sick. It makes me sick.
I can't keep up with Auburn's 35 that left.
Yeah. Well, see, you just told me something new.
Here's what I heard yesterday. The safety valve receiver for Arch Manning, number 16, they told him, you know, we got a guy coming in from Auburn. We don't need you anymore. So guess where he went?
Oklahoma.
Exactly. You knew it, didn't you?
That was Arch's roommate, too, by the way.
Yeah.
Right.
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, of all places. I know a woke woman in Austin who hates everything about Oklahoma, and then she lost her best receiver. Anyway, I have one other thing to tell you. George McIntyre is not going anywhere. There's these morons up here in Tennessee going, "Oh, he's out of here." It's like, well, what they don't know, I talk about him a lot, but his mother graduated from Tennessee, and his sister's there. He's not going anywhere, even if Heifel can't run an offense that he can play in. He'll just chill out for a while and go to the NFL because he's 6'5.5", got a cannon on his right shoulder. Just because he can't run around like, I don't know, fill in the blank, Aguilar, whatever.
Manley. Yeah. What about Ty Simpson? He's not coming up there to be a quarterback?
I think that's BS, really. I want to call BS on that. He missed his chance. And if he grades out as a top 5 quarterback, I think he's going to the NFL. Let me tell you about Ty Simpson. He should be respected. The guy's got a degree from the capstone.
Yes. And
he's a good guy. Now, he thinks that Jesus let him down because he thought Jesus was going to lead him to a national championship. But, you know, Jesus, he loves everybody, right?
That's right.
You're right.
Amen. Glenn, let me ask you this. And I called a guy from Isaac Litton who's got a car dealership, and I told him I was Glenn Manley. He didn't even call me back.
It wasn't. Last name wasn't Merville, was it? It wasn't Merville.
Hey, Glenn.
No, it's Simmons. It's Simmons. He graduated about the same time you did.
Yeah.
Anyway, y'all love everybody down there, and keep Kesley Colbert in line. Y'all know Kesley?
No.
You don't?
No,
he was a
I
referee.
don't.
He was a tax collector over in your eastern county that you cover, Gulf County.
I know. Yeah.
Okay.
You know him, yeah. He was a referee. I think he was a referee, too. But anyway, he's from up here in Tennessee. Kesley's grandson roomed with my cousin's son at Belmont when they played baseball together.
Wow.
Just to tell you some weird things, my cousin's son who played at Belmont had a brother who played at Lipscomb. Isn't that crazy?
It is. It is.
It is. Glenn knows what I'm talking about. That's like saying you went to Auburn and Alabama. Anyway, I know y'all got more to talk about than what I want to talk about, but it's just crazy. This college sports stuff's crazy.
It is.
Yeah.
Honestly,
it's making me turn against it, and it probably shouldn't, but it's just changing, and we're old. We're used to certain things.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know.
I mean, I've become more of a pro fan, but look what's going on there.
Yeah.
A boy from Boynton Beach has gotten his coach fired, and a kid from Yulee started fumbling the ball, who is my...
Hey.
Derrick Henry is my favorite football player in the last 15 years. He's a man, and of course he's from over there in Nassau County, but he played at Alabama. You know, you got to forgive a few things about him.
Can you believe they fired Harbaugh like that? I mean, he's been at, 18 years?
I can believe it.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't run him more in the second half. The first half he was tearing up, and they went away from it.
Well, I tell you what, one of my boys from Georgia fan said he's glad he wants Monk to come down there and replace Bobo. It's amazing how people's minds run ahead of things.
Hey, listen, Georgia people, Bobo is the reason Georgia's physical football team. They run the ball, they're physical. Bobo, there's nothing wrong with Bobo.
He's unimaginative.
Oh, Bobo, how many games the other teams won compared to Georgia?
Well,
Bobo's not the problem. People,
is he?
Bobo is not the problem. I don't
what's
think
the problem there?
What
is the problem?
I don't like Bobo. He wasn't the problem in this last game because they put up, 34 points? That's enough.
Bobo doesn't play defense.
But Bobo has been a problem for Georgia.
I don't think Bobo's a problem. I like his offense.
Here's the problem. They were very young. They were a young team. They were a young team.
They were.
Yeah, they'll be good to
go back and see what they projected.
For years, they put themselves in holes in first halves they did not need to be in, and they couldn't always get out of them.
That's the scheme. It's like Bama used to do: run the ball, power offense.
Yeah, but it wasn't that way under
That's
Bronco.
the reason they're so physical, because of the way they practice and what they do on offense. When you pass block every single play, you become soft.
But it wasn't that way.
Georgia is not soft. If they go and do this scheme that during Bama and throw the ball every single play, you'll be complaining about their defense and offense.
Coach Hale, let's do a brief clinic about run blocking. First, stomp the toe. Second, stomp the ankle. Third, rake the shin.
Don't trip them, though.
Kick the fourth, knee the guy in the groin. And then fifth, grab him under the shoulder pads where his nipples are and do what you want to with them. And they don't do that anymore.
Sounds like the wishbone days.
That's right, exactly. I was getting around to chop blocking and crack backing.
There you go.
Oh,
that's real man stuff there.
They used to be able to cut you downfield, the backs, and cut the corners back in the 70s, and they outlawed all that stuff now.
Well, that's because everybody's, we're all going to see Dr. Mitchell eventually to get a knee transplant. I know it's the wrong day for that. And it's
robotic surgery, one of the first trainers, yeah.
Exactly. He's a great man. I heard he's taking off for a few weeks. Listen, y'all pray for Michigan Eddie and pray for my...
I'm going to pray for Bobo since y'all bad-mouthing him.
And Bobo, he's got naked. He's got pictures of Kirby back in the day when they were at school together. I mean, I don't want to talk about this, man. Anyway, hey, listen. Hey, I want to...
When's the last time Tennessee beat Georgia? I'm just curious.
When Dudley threw that bomb, and back in when...
that was Jeremy Pruitt, right? Was Jeremy the coach then?
I think it might have been Bush Jones. Anyway, I'm not sure. Jeremy might have beat him. I'm not sure, but listen, since you brought it up, I mean, what do you think? I mean, I don't want to. I got to get off the phone here because I got a life to live. But you were talking about all these people selling whiskey and stuff. Well, Vanderbilt has done well, and they got a 34,000 seat.
I know, that's crazy.
Arena, bull ring.
Yeah.
And but what they did though, and this is the future of college sports, they. And Brian knows this. They put in a bunch of luxury boxes up there.
Yeah.
So you got to pay big money to watch the Commodores. Now I will say this: did you watch the FCS game Monday?
Yeah, where the extra point one, the guys won it with what?
Right. Bad kicking. I knew you would like that. Anyway, not a bad kicking, but Vanderbilt could not. I mean. Nashville has like 5,000 great sound and audio and visual people, and they let the Jumbotron go down and everything else. And I was listening to Ryan Leaf on the radio, It was a great game, actually, very entertaining, and I'm glad they're there. But the people got there and they go, "What? We got to pay $300 for a hotel room, and beers are $12.50 a piece downtown."
Yeah.
Anyway, hey, let me ask you something, Glenn.
Yes, sir.
In a fight, who would you take, Red Murphy or Joe Zarica?
Ooh, Joe Zarica, I believe.
I agree with you. Yeah. Y'all have a great weekend and go Mississippi. I can't believe I'm saying
and
that.
Don't drive through settled courts. All I do.
That's hard.
Exactly.
That's hard to
By
say.
God,
That.
or J.C. Napier or any of them. Take care, brother.
All right.
Bye. I love you.
What a call!
I know it. If you're not from Nashville, sometimes
that was over our head.
Well, you feel like you are now.
Yeah, I know it. So I like to dedicate my red nose to Bone Crusher out there because of we're clowns, according to one of the promos he put on. So I thank you, Bone Crusher. So I was going to.
I thought you were auditioning for Patch Adams too.
I too. I had that too.
I thought he was going to be doing a sled or something.
Yeah, but Mike stole my thunder. I was going to tell you I did find my teeth. You know where I found them?
Where at?
Last place I looked. So I'm just going to tell you.
All right, let's talk about some of our great people. We got so many. Dr. Ward will not be with us today. I know all you FSU people are extremely disappointed in that, but he will be with us next Wednesday. Love that man. If you have any type of problem with your skin, it doesn't look right, doesn't feel right, go get it checked out. 5 minutes all it takes. If you're listening now, there's office throughout the Panhandle of Florida. Go see Dr. Ward. The guy's incredible. Also, the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. Today is Wednesday. Yeah, today is the day, the world famous J. Michael's Spaghetti. Come visit with us today. We will be there around 11 o'clock. The best spaghetti you'll get anywhere. They only do it on Wednesday. Lunch and dinner, it will be packed out. All the locals come. They made a killing during the open week, the Christmas break and stuff, all these tourists coming in there. The place is legendary, 50 years in business. The legendary J. Michael's. Now, if you're in Lynn Haven, you got to get out to Beef Roll Braise in Lynn Haven. Pat Perno, city commissioner over there, does an incredible job. The food is outstanding. TV's everywhere. Atmosphere is second to none. But what's the difference there is the way they treat you. When you walk in, it's like family. They always have a smile on their face. They treat you so well there. Now, Ole Miss is playing tomorrow night. If you want to go watch it there, which I recommend you do that, especially over in Lynn Haven. But if you want to have a little get-together Friday or Saturday night, have a party, watch it at your home, just call Pat, tell him how many wings you want or whatever else you want. They'll have it waiting for you, and you'll be glad you went there. Beef O'Brady's, Lynn Haven. We'll be right back. Glenn Manley, Brian, and Wildcat. 104.3 ESPN.
Coach Mike Mimmin from Bay High Basketball.
We got to get local in, too, today.
Your home for college football. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Who's going to advance to the national championship? This Thursday, it's the Fiesta Bowl. The Ole Miss Rebels collide with your Miami Hurricanes.
It's intercepted! Picked off by Lucas!
We'll have coverage from Glendale, Arizona, starting Thursday at 6 on your home for the Miami Hurricanes. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Wednesday. Partly cloudy this afternoon and evening with a wind at 8 miles per hour out of the southwest and a high of 72. Tonight, look for a mixture of slight fog and some clouds with a temperature near 63. Tomorrow, a high around 71 and slight fog in the morning, but otherwise some clouds. This weather forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Discover the new Kia. Stop by Bill Bird Kia today and test drive the all-new 2026 Kia, where comfort, safety, and technology come together like never before. Explore the new 2026 SUV family that moves you and drive away in a new 2026 Seltos, Sportage, or Sorento that are built to inspire every journey. Craving performance? Feel the thrill in the luxurious 2026 Kia K5 sedan, crafted for power, style, and you. And for innovation that sparks excitement? Check out the 2026 all-electric Kia EV9, a modern masterpiece that's fast-charging, rugged, and roomy. Bill Bird Kia is the original 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. It's the peace of mind that you can trust. Visit us at 2435 East 15th Street, Panama City, or online at BillBirdKia.PanamaCity.com. Bill Bird Kia, your local community dealer. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for details.
He's a beacon of light to many and an inspiration to all.
These men need inspiration.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels studio.
They're motivated by Vicodin and road skank.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. And now let's bring on Bay High School basketball. We got Coach.
We do.
Coach, good morning. How you doing, sir?
Morning, guys. How are you?
I want to know about the Christmas tournament. How successful was it? With the numbers where you wanted it? Talk about it. Give us a rundown of everything happened over there.
Yeah, we had a great tournament. In total, we had an 18 tournament. Turnout was great. We had a couple local teams in Crestview, Bozeman, us. St. Joe came the last day for us because we needed a team to fill in. So they brought, their share of local fans, which is great. Crestview carries it on their YouTube channel, which is their local TV channel up there. So they had a lot of good people around here. And then teams like Beach, Tennessee, they brought a ton of people. They brought 3 teams down here. Their JV, their varsity, and their girls were playing in Moses tournament, so they brought a ton of fans. So Eastlake came back from last year. They brought a ton. Really good game that second day between Eastlake and Beach. So it was a real good tournament overall. Tornadoes went 3-0. Eastlake went 3-0, but Eastlake won the point differential by 3, so they were the overall champs. But we had all tournament selections, and it was just really came out really well.
Well, congratulations on that to keep it going. So it went for about 10 or 12 years there, and then it was a break. But I thank you for bringing it back. So it's fantastic.
Yeah, I think, when you see a lot of the local guys come back and then come watch games, even if they come for one day, you see a lot of those local community people, they ask, they want to come watch it. And they, I think part of it, they want to watch good basketball. I think part of it, they just want to be important in the community and come be a part of something, which is great. So both ways it works.
Yeah, you did. You had some old guys come in there that took up a lot of room.
Some dinosaurs.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, let me ask you this. Do y'all ever get together with the other schools and say, look, we're going to have ours this date. Can you do your Christmas tournament this date? Do y'all try to work together?
We work together in the sense of all right, we need a team. Do you have extra teams? Who's reached out to you? But it's hard because the dates are you want to try to fit it into where you could still have teams that can travel, still have breaks and things like that. So a lot of times it depends when Christmas falls. That kind of sets up the whole break. Like next year, Christmas will be on a Friday. So I know for us, we'll probably do it pre-Christmas. Now, some other schools may do it after Christmas. So it just really depends on what you want to do. But when Christmas falls in that middle of the week, sometimes it's just a buzzsaw. You got 3-4 tournaments all at the same time. But we do try to work together, at least getting teams in the area and things like that.
All right, give us the names of players that are playing well for us. Brag on them. They want to hear their names. We want to hear their names.
Sure. Over the Barnstorm, Maddox Memon was made the all-tournament team for Bay High. He had a great week, probably averaged about 14 a game, led us to 3-0. He had a great week. A.J. Burgess has been playing outstanding. He had 16 points in the win last night against Mariana. Just really doing a good job for us. Jemias Franklin, he's been he's a 6'7" kid that just kind of starting to get better every single day. Had about 8 blocks last night. He's been playing really well. And then we've had some good contributions. Like we're starting to get healthy. Aaron Williams is back. He's kind of taking on that backup point guard role for Kamari, who's been outstanding as well. So I think right now a lot of those guys that are just keep working every day, they're getting better and better.
Yeah, what do you got coming up this week? I know you don't play till Friday, or you Saturday?
We actually play Saturday. We're supposed to, we had a Rutherford mix-up, so we don't play them Friday. We play Arnold Saturday instead. So we'll play a triple header over at Arnold. We got freshmen starting at 5:30, JV 6:30, varsity at 8, late game Saturday night. And Arnold's good right now. I think they're 8-3, and We beat them in overtime over here, so they pose some problems for us with the way they play, their style of play. And, we got a couple days to get ready. And then next week is we run into a buzzsaw. We get 3 highly ranked teams all in the same week, and we're going to have to be prepared for that.
Well, according to FHSA in Max Preps, as far as the county is concerned, you guys are on top at 12-4, and the rankings in your number 16 and 4A for the state. So that's pretty good. And I think Arnold, they are now 8-3, and they were ranked 38th in 5A. So that's good.
Yeah, we're sitting pretty good in the region right now. I think we're 4th in the region as far as the rankings. We've got some teams I feel like we can jump, and then if we don't win our share games, we got some teams that could pass us. So it's going to be interesting to see how the last couple weeks play out. Next week is going to be the tail test of our schedule. We got St. Joe on Tuesday, who's undefeated. Then we got Mosley on Friday, who's really good, and then we go to Rickards to play Godby on Saturday, and they're top 10 in the state, number 2 in the region. So we're going to have a tough test next week, but that's kind of what you want at that time of the year, and we put that together that way. So if we can win, a couple of those games next week, and we can really make some movement in the rankings.
I was going to ask you about that. When you're not very good, it would seem like you try to fix your schedule to give you some breathers between those district games, and then you see teams that you feel like you got a chance to do something special. I like Nate Oates at Alabama, and they play usually a really tough schedule before they get in the SEC tournament. What's your thoughts on it? Do you rather play really good competition, getting you ready for a run at the state, or do you rather just get you some wins and go that way?
I think it's got to be both, especially with the ranking system. Now I think you got to put teams on your schedule that win games and you can beat. Or at least have a good chance to beat. But then, like for us, what we've always done in January, towards the end of January, we want to put 1 or 2 playoff teams on that schedule to kind of test us to see, all right, if we do get there, this is that atmosphere, this is the type of team we're going to play, are we going to be able to compete? And if not, then we got 2 more weeks to figure it out. So, like next week, we're going to go to Godby and play them. And then the following Saturday, we're going to go to Fort Walton Beach, who's 3rd in our region, and play them. So we've kind of put those games on the back end of our schedule to kind of prepare us for that playoff run, and hopefully we're lucky enough to get in and maybe even see one of those teams again.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you coming on. We'll call you next Wednesday, and you can give us a rundown how everything goes with Arnold. And good luck. Real quick, I want to ask you one more time. Give me the rundown of your district. Who is in that district again? Remind me.
Yeah, so right now we got Fort Walton's in our district. They're ranked ahead of us just by a hair. Then it's us. Then Pensacola, we're ranked ahead of them by a hair, and then West Florida is sitting there 9th in the region. So, potentially we could have 4 teams in our district that could make the playoffs.
Yeah, that's a tough district, man.
Yeah, so but we'll have to see. We got 3 weeks left until district seeding comes out, and we're just, hopefully we're doing the right things and getting to where we need to be at the right time.
Now, that's kind of interesting. You're the only school in the county in that district, so everything's different. Is different than baseball, football, and basketball. All these districts are totally different, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, you couldn't believe. I can't believe I didn't get outvoted. Like, we're supposed to be playing at the highest seed for the district tournament, which is great. I feel like that's the best way to do it. You earn a high ranking. You should get a home game and play it. But I can't believe like those guys didn't corner me up and say, "Hey, you're coming over this way out west, like no matter what." So, luckily that didn't happen, and hopefully we can get a high enough seed to host a district tournament game.
Yeah, I do too. Well, we appreciate you, and that tournament, not only does it help you guys, it helps people here in the county, it brings in people that spend money, and that's a good thing. We appreciate you, Coach.
All right, guys. Have a great week.
Bye-bye.
You too. All right, bye.
Then real quick, let's get into some local stuff. We've got a couple minutes we can finish up here.
I'll give you a couple of scores from last night. This is boys basketball. It was Arnold 76, and unfortunately Vernon 17. Of course, he said Bayhigh 170-37 over Mariana. Mosley 66, Rutherford 39. It was Port St. Joe, he just talked about, 92, North Bay Haven 60. It was South Walton 43, and Choctaw 34. They've gone down since Coach Mimmons left, of course. And then Navarre got beat by Fort Walton Beach. He talked about them. 68-38. It was Gracefield 57, Sneads 37. It was Holmes County 71 and Malone 62. And then girls basketball last night, it was Arnold 33. It was Bozeman 17. And then on Monday night, it was Malone 41, Bay 36. And Bay will play tonight at 5:30 against Lincoln at home. That's girls basketball. Also girls basketball, Mosley 58, Mariana 38, Niceville 55, South Walton 40, Freeport 55, Chipley 49, Bluntstown 74, Holmes County 56. And then if you want to get into a little soccer, got some real quick.
Get into it. Let's do it,
It
baby.
was Arnold 5, South Walton.
Whoa. What's that score again? Who was that?
That was Arnold 5, Walton, South Walton 1. That's boys soccer. It was Bay 2, Rutherford 0. And Bay travels tonight to play in soccer at Niceville. Bozeman plays tonight at Palm Bay. That's right up the street here. And Mosley and Leon did not get a score, but North Bay Haven boys 9 in soccer and Walton 1. And Rutherford travels to Gadsden County tonight. Girls soccer, it was Fort Walton beats 7 to Arnold 0. And excuse me, I'm sorry, I missed that. Fort Walton Beach will be at Arnold tonight at 7 o'clock in girls soccer.
That sounds better.
Milton 1, Bay 0. It was Niceville 6, Mosley 0 girls soccer. North Bay Haven 8, Port St. Joe 1, and it was Mosley 8 and Rutherford Rams 0. That was Monday night.
When we get back, FSU, brought to you by Newbies. One of 4 wonderful locations. Go have a great time. Tell John Sharp we sent you. Newbies on the Curve, go watch all sporting events. After that, head on down to the mothership. Charlotte's going to have the best entertainment for you possible. They'll have the best in the Southeast. I guarantee you that. The legendary Newbies. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, FSU.
For exciting college football, the best boiled seafood, and the most game day fun, it's Lone Star Boil House. Watch the games on their huge Jumbotron. Challenge your friends to beer pong, cornhole, and oversized Connect 4 in their new adult lounge. Lone Star Boil House is where the locals go for incredible wings, the best boiled seafood, and a new breakfast menu. Saturday and Sunday starting at 9. Crush the follow on Facebook to catch huge game day specials. Lone Star Boil House, 320 West 5th Street, downtown Panama City.
Get ready for the season of hits, catches, and smiles. Registration for the Panama City Little League Spring 2026 season is officially open. Baseball and softball for boys and girls ages 4 through 12, and co-ed t-ball for our youngest players. Don't strike out. Registration is open now through January 10. Season runs March 7th through May 16th. To sign up a player, volunteer, or coach, visit the Panama City Little League at registration.bluesombrero.com/85161.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
I'd like to introduce.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show.
Milk was a bad choice.
If I could just have your attention.
60% of the time, it works every time.
If anyone wants to switch jobs, let me know.
Live from the J. Michael Studio.
I have many leather-bound books.
At 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Florida State. Woo! FSU update brought to you by Newbies. Get out Newbies, have a great time. Get out Newbies too this week, especially Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, NFL ball games. Of course, we know Thursday night, Ole Miss versus Miami, the big one, the Fiesta Bowl. That kicks off at 6:30. Listen to it right here, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Then Friday, the Peach Bowl, Indiana, Oregon, 6:30 kickoff on ESPN. But get on Newbies 2, watch all those ball games, head on down to the mothership, and have a great time. I also want to get this in real quick. Stevenson Air Conditioning. Nobody does it like Stevenson Air Conditioning. You talk about local, there's nobody bigger local than them. He graduated from Mosley High School. He starts his company. He knocks a home. It's out of the ballpark. They have exploded throughout Northwest Florida. The most honest, hardworking people out there. They tell you they're going to be there a certain time. They're there. Can you trust them? You better believe it. You can trust them. He doesn't try to take every penny out of your pocket. Go local. Go Stevenson Air Conditioning. Glenn, take over.
Well, I'm going to tell you something right now. We're going to start out with not the NIL transfer portal. We're going to go to men's basketball, which has been kind of semi off the rail a little bit. They're 7-8. They're 0-2 in the ACC, and they're ranked 17th in the conference. They will host North Carolina State Saturday at 11 o'clock in the morning. Not at night, but in the morning. The women's basketball, they're 5-11, but they're 0-4 in the ACC, and they're ranked 17th. So I guess you want to just be as a group in the conference.
0-4 in the conference, ranked 17th.
Yeah, somebody's below them, believe it or
not. That's good.
I can't, because I guess their 5-11 record's better than Pitt.
Okay, anyway, there we go.
Yeah, and they will host. Sunday at 1 o'clock, they will host Miami. So, and then we'll get into the portal. I'm a little upset with them because I'm sure it changed this morning. I'm on my way out here, but we got this quarterback named Kevin Sperry. They said he can do the real thing, and he showed he can move the ball in Stanford, but he didn't get that many playing time. They'd stick him in the middle of no time. But what's going to happen is they're going to run him off, too. They've run off Brock Glenn and a couple of others. And so, I don't know why they won't just keep the ones, they got beat by several teams that just started a freshman quarterback. Said, this is what we're going to do for the future.
The hard part is, you wonder, were they being honest when they said he knows the offense, he's ready, right, that kind of thing, and now that they have other options, they're casting him aside?
Well, they need to be spending their money on offensive linemen because they lost the whole offensive line. Right. And the thing, too, is, I don't know, how well do you perform when, everybody's got a lookout pass when you're supposed to be blocking? Yep. But anyway, so they go and get the guy who's been to 2 other schools.
Sure, why not?
Austin Daniels is a quarterback out of Auburn. He actually was at Stanford, and then he went to Auburn. So he's out of Beaufort, Georgia, 6'2", 220 pounds. He played 33 games for Stanford, and he threw for 3,986 yards, 60% completion record, 21 touchdowns. But this is the other thing, 20 interceptions. Mm-hmm. So he can play.
He completes a lot of passes.
He does. So he may be colorblind. I think he's colorblind. He just throws to a jersey. He doesn't know what it is. And he ran for 1,117 yards and 9 touchdowns at Stanford. At Auburn, he got beat out by Jackson Arnold, but he came in later after he got hurt in October. He threw for 797 yards, 57% completion, 3 TDs, and right behind it, 2 interceptions. And he ran for 280 yards and 2 touchdowns. He only came in as he played only 4 games, so he's redshirted. But because he went 3 years at Stanford, he's only got 1 year complete. So I'm not sure why we're doing this. But they didn't pay me the millions of dollars to lose games, so and what can I say? But I just, why don't we just develop our own quarterbacks?
That's the old days when you got them in development.
It's so cute, Glenn, that you think that. Oh,
days are over.
That's so cute.
I know it. I took off the F on my FSU is SU now, so I'm not even going to tell you what that stands for. So, but anyway, then we also landed the guys. We landed a guy named Nehemiah, he's a cornerback, Nehemiah Chandler out of South Alabama. He led the Sun Belt in defenses and pass defenses. We got a running back, Quintravion, I'd hate to know how to spell that name in the first grade. Trevavion Wisner out of Texas. He's a 4-star transfer. He's number 4 running back in the transfer portal out of Texas. And the offensive line, Brandon Joyner out of Purdue, and he played at Auburn. He was the center at Purdue, and then he was guard at Auburn, and he made the all-SEC freshman team at Auburn. So he's got some years left. And then we got a guy named offensive lineman named Nate Pabst, and I'm sure he didn't have his probably nickname was Beer.
That's Blue Ribbon.
Yeah. So, but he's from Bowling Green. He has 2,100 snaps. He is going to replace people in the offensive line. He's played all the positions in offensive line at Bowling Green except for center. And then we have a tight end out of East Carolina, Desario Riles. He played in 37 games, and so he comes in as a tight end experience because we lost some people at tight end. And then we have an edge rusher named Rylan Kennedy out of Texas A&M. He's a 3-star in the portal, and he played number 33 overall, and he is played in 36 games, so that kind of helps replace some of the people on the defensive line. You don't know. I think on the way out here this morning, there was 2 people that joined. I didn't have a chance to write those down, but you just never know. And then if you get to the people that left, 32 people have left at
Florida State, right?
Yeah. And we can name them all, but the ones that's really kind of funny to me is the punter. Okay.
He left?
He left. So he was averaging.
Why, his leg was tired?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he only, he didn't punt that many times. But, so he had a 44-yard average. Now he just goes to Texas. So
I know we went to Texas for.
I don't know. Maybe they have a bigger car than they do at FSU. Yeah. So then the Desire twins, Daryl and Mondrell. Here's the thing behind them. They said they were coming back, and they had settled with an NIL deal, and their agent came in and said he wanted more money, so they ended up leaving.
Yeah.
So
agents rule a lot of things.
So anyway, yeah, and so you get to a lot of the people that are retired. One of our offensive linemen, Mario Nash, went to Mississippi State.
Finally got one headed that way.
Well, here's
headed your way.
He's actually from Mississippi, so that helps a lot too. So
what position is he?
He was an offensive lineman. Okay. So
we could use those.
Yeah, and we lost tight end Luke Douglas, and we lost Randy Pittman. So those are the 2 tight ends that
Pittman might wind up at Auburn. Huh?
Yeah. Pittman's a good player.
Yes, he is. I don't understand, but maybe his agent.
Money, honey. All
right, we lost 2 quarterbacks that I know of. One of them is Jalen King, who we just signed last year, and also Brock Glenn, who's been there 3 years. So they're but Brock Glenn's been injured a lot. And so one of the things is last year we got this guy named Javan Boggs. He was the leading receiver in the state of Florida as far as yardage. He lasted 1 year. He was injured a lot, but he played quite a bit. He was a great guy, great receiver, but he's leaving. So, and then running back Gavin Sawchuk, 1 year out of Oklahoma. He's leaving. So, anyway, it's amazing to me how many of these people that actually were starters. And then we have our backup punter kicker, Bruno Ruiz. He's leaving. So here's the thing about being the kicker and the punter. You're at the mercy of where the people are at that school, whether they're juniors or seniors. And most of the time, they won't sign you as scholarship. They'll give you a walk-on, and you can either redshirt or whatever. And then when that guy progresses on, then you fill in that role because they've seen how you work. And so that's what goes on. So when all these kickers start moving around, it's unbelievable. So
no doubt.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be easier just to list all the players that are staying?
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's like on homecoming week. Who's not going to be in the parade? Are
you done with that?
I'm kind of done with it. Yeah.
I wanted to hit this real quick. You were talking about what's the number as of today at Florida State if left?
32.
Okay. Now this is a January 5th, so it's probably gone up since then. This is the Big 12, and they say this is the new normal of college football. Oklahoma State has lost 60 players off their team, but they weren't very good.
Well, Iowa State changed too.
Yeah, coach changed. Iowa State's lost 51.
Coach change.
West Virginia, 41.
Coach change.
Colorado, 31.
Coach staying.
Baylor, 27.
Coach staying.
UCF, 26. Kansas State, 24.
Coach change there.
Yeah, Kansas, 23. Arizona State, 16. Texas Tech, only 15. Arizona, 14. Utah, they lost their coach, but they kept this main assistant, the guy coaching waiting kind of deal. They only lost 13 players. Cincinnati's lost 12. Houston, 10. BYU 9, and TCU. It's unbelievable. They've only lost 6 players. Of course, there's time to go before they can decide what they want to do. But you made a good point about these players getting their feelings hurt.
Yeah.
I get it. Say you're an offensive lineman, you've been here a couple of years, and then you find out they're bringing a guy in, they're going to pay you more money than you're making. He's never been in the program before. That pisses you off, and you're like, I might start looking. Well, at Auburn, they bring in South Florida backup and starting quarterback in. Auburn's lost all their quarterbacks. I got to wait and talk about this at Auburn Updates, and we'll get more into that. So I get it. As a player, you get your feelings hurt. In any business, you can get your feelings hurt, and you got to be careful how you react. It's not what happens to you; it's the way you react to things. So I'm not very good at that.
So I
react the bad way.
So what happens is, if you're in a company and you don't get to move up, you leave and go to another company so you can get to move up.
What are we teaching people?
Right. Don't stick around.
And I'm being serious. I'm not kidding around about this. In the old days, college athletics, I don't care what sport it was, that was the greatest learning tool there. Mm-hmm. You go to, especially you've got to go play at the college level. You go there and you learn things the work ethic you had to have to survive was unbelievable. Those scholarships, if you get hurt, you had to fight your way back. If you didn't, they just go sign somebody else. The competition made you better. The self-discipline, the work ethic, they had you brainwashed thinking you can do just about anything. And then it was a great thing. You had tutors. We lived in a dorm back when we played, which was they became your family. The players did.
Right.
Now they got rid of the dorms, so the players now live out in different places. So you took that team unity away, and now it's just getting paid the highest amount of money you can get. It's not the love of playing at FSU or Auburn or Alabama or Georgia or Florida. It's where can I make the best money? And you can't fault the kids.
If they're letting them do it.
I wish we could have made some money back in the day.
Well, you did. You got your $15.
But it's just I just hate what college football has come. I think we say it all the time. We've got to make them employees. We got to copy what the NFL is doing. Get them under contract, pay them what they're worth. But can you believe a kid coming out of high school? What is the kid from Michigan? What is the kid from Michigan, the quarterback? Didn't he make millions and millions of dollars at Michigan?
I mean, just of what we know of, he's up there, certainly with one of the highest paid, but there's no telling.
Yeah, and he never had to take
So you don't even have to make it to the pros.
Oh, why do you think a lot of them are suing to stay?
Well, and with the way the rookie contracts are set up in the NFL,
they make more money.
They do make more money. And now, look, you have an opportunity to make big money in the NFL after basically 4 years. How many of these quarterbacks make it that long?
Right.
Where they really cash in?
Across the board, how many players make it 4 years in the NFL? Yeah. Not hardly any. So the college deal is pretty good. I wanted to ask you, but we got to take a break? All right. We'll be right back. I want to ask you a question, too, about the NFL. You see these things on the websites, and a lot of it's fake, and it looks like it's really stuff happening. I had people ask me about Kirby leaving to go to Atlanta. I don't see that happening. You got a $130 million contract. That's all fake news, I believe. But then again, a lot of these coaches I talked to aren't happy with what's going on in college football. Let's take a break. When we get back, we'll jump into what's going on down. I want to talk about what's going on in Clemson. I want to talk about Dallas for a second.
Sounds good.
But right now, let's talk about Steve's Bike Shop. Steve Bershaw is a swim. You talking about local swim coach at Mosley High School? They've been in business, I think, since 1976, 1979. If you're looking for a bike, electrical bikes, standard bikes, used bikes, they got them all down there, and they work on everything. You make a mistake, and you go buy one of these cheap ones from some national department store, and you get it home, the tires are flat, you'll be taking it to Steve's to get it fixed. Just go ahead and get it from him. You'll buy a product that's going to last, that's going to work. Do the right thing. Go local.
It's got all the goodies that go with it.
Steve's Bike Shop. Where are they located?
Right there on 23rd Street across from Sam's.
The Vandy family is famous. Judy, Don, they've got, of course, we know what they've done in the shipping business and all the other business they used to have. Their house at Biltmore is incredible. They're wealthy, unbelievable family. Their kids have done unbelievable things. Kyle, they got the TK Vandy Roofing and General Contracting. They design it. They build it, commercial, residential. It's incredible. He's doing a lot of commercial stuff right now, big contracts. with the government, beta schools. He's the guy to go with. Now, you can build anything. It doesn't have to be a roof or anything. Anything you can think of, they can do. And listen to Kyle every Friday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Same thing with Patrick. You want to listen to Patrick every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. You want that yard look like a golf course? You want bugs out of your house, out of your yard? It can make it happen. The local guy can do it. Turf Pro Pest Control, #1, not even close. Not even close. Turf Pro Pest Control. Max Fisports. Oh, okay. All right, be that way.
Play him off.
God dang. Rude. We're right back. 104.3
It's like being at
ESPN.
an award show. Isn't it?
Northwest Florida, yeah. Shut up.
ESPN Northwest Florida, the Paul Feinbaum Show.
Legend is next.
Most embarrassing performance in the history of the program. Somebody get me a plane to Michigan and see if we can get them to change their damn mind and take this coach off of our hands.
Paul Feinbaum, weeknights, 6 to 10 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Wednesday. Partly cloudy this afternoon and evening with a wind at 8 miles per hour out of the southwest and a high of 72. Tonight, look for a mixture of slight fog and some clouds with a temperature near 63. Tomorrow, a high around 71 and slight fog in the morning, but otherwise some clouds. This weather forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
This is Patrick with Turf Pro Pest Control. Do you want a great-looking lawn? Call Turf Pro. We will come out to your property and make a customized plan for your lawn. Then we will do the most important part, execute that plan. Turf Pro is a locally owned and operated company. We take pride in making your lawn beautiful. Call Turf Pro. You will love your lawn. The blue and yellow trucks make your lawn green. Find us on Facebook at Turf Pro PC.
Are you looking for a place to take a leak? Do you have a truck, tractor, or other hydraulic equipment leaking or not performing as it should? At Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, we can get you back to work. Do you have a busted or leaking hose? Hydraulic cylinder or pump needing repair? If competitive pricing and a quick turnaround are what matter to your business, come see us at Reliable Hydraulic Solutions. Or you can give us a call at 850-326-3000. Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, 6840 Highway 77 in Southport. The best place in town to take a leak.
He doesn't try on clothes at the department stores. He just rips stuff off the hanger and lives with the consequences for years.
It's classy, it's intriguing. He's sexy, sassy, and full of spunk.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels Studio. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Absolutely gorgeous Wednesday here in Paradise. Speaking of gorgeous, this man is truly gorgeous. I will say it. He could be a movie star. He's one of the best men I know, and I pray for him. The one and only. Is it who I think it is?
How you feeling, Eddie?
Michigan Eddie.
Hello.
You haven't seen me lately.
I can tell, man.
We can still, your voice is, we can tell, buddy. We're still praying for you.
Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Go Blue Truck Series. So what's the word this morning?
You word.
Well, we're trying to figure out who's going to stay at the schools instead of transfer.
Yeah.
Well, I know Marsh is staying at Michigan. Bryce is staying. And that's all that really matters to me.
We got one of your offensive linemen, and I don't know how good he is. He has to be fairly good for us to take me, I would think, unless our evaluations.
As long as he can run block.
Yeah, hopefully. And I don't have the name in front of me right here in front of me, so I apologize for that. Michigan, I want to ask you something. This right now, I couldn't imagine, because I'm just set in certain ways the way we do things. And the way these coaches now are having to deal with everything they got to deal with and getting ready to play a ball game tomorrow night. I'm talking about Miami. I'm talking about Ole Miss. I'm talking about Indiana, Oregon. All these transfers trying to keep your roster together, trying to add to your roster, try to prep for the playoffs. Could you imagine doing that right now? In the old days, they didn't have to deal with any of these things. So I'm getting around to ask you after this about if you're a college coach, would you consider going to the NFL where you don't have to deal with this crap? But seriously, don't you think it's really hard for those 4 head coaches right now and those staffs, everything that's going on right now to prepare for a game and focus in on that?
Either way, you got to work with a bunch of divas.
That's true.
NFL or NC2A is becoming NFL light, so they're all a bunch of divas and all that. And the way you fix the whole mess is no one can transfer out, no one can get a new coaching gig or whatever until after the playoffs are over, and then the recruiting session's done, and then that solves the problem right then and there. You keep your rosters intact, no one's transferring out, they're stuck where they're at, and then if you do sign NIL deals, you're inked for 4 years or wherever, and then you just can't bail on it. Like what I can't pronounce his Dante Moore from Michigan, from Detroit. He played at King or Cass Tech. Troy Aikman gave him a certain amount of money. Didn't even say thank you. Stayed a year at UCLA, then goes to Oregon. And Troy Aikman says he's done NIL, he's not giving no more money. Because some of these kids are ungrateful, and this society has made this generation entitled and ungrateful, and they don't know how good they got it.
Yeah. It's definitely changed.
And that's the truth. Used to be a full-ride scholarship was good enough, but it's like when you're a little kid and Santa brings you everything you want on the Christmas tree, and it's still not good enough, they want more and more and more. And that goes for the coaches, too. Because what the coaches do is just get up and leave after kids sign on the dotted line and leave. Well, you're supposed to sign for the school. That's a bunch of crap. We all know that. They sign for the coaches as well. And if a coach leaves, and the new coach might not want that type of player. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then the players left in a bind. So the coaches are just as fault as the players. The NIL's a mess. The politicians are a bunch of crooks. And it's all about money. And it needs to be fixed. Otherwise, you know what? No one even wants to watch college football anymore. They'd rather go to the NFL because at least they're getting paid contracts and stuff like that.
I thought that's pretty good what you said, most of it. But you're wrong about they don't watch it. The records, it's incredible, the viewership, the numbers went up across the board.
I mean, because it's Christmas and people are off. What else are they going to do? And football, every channel you got, what's on? Football, ABC, CBS, NBC, stupid Peacock streaming, ESPN, ESPN2, FS1, FS2. It's all college football with 25% of the stadiums full.
Yeah, I'm just throwing this out there. I don't know the answer. But I wonder if the amateur status has something to do with they don't want to make these guys as employees. I'm not sure what all the legal details are behind the scenes that we know nothing about. They used to give money being given to the schools. It was an amateur sport, and now it's not amateur sport. I think to say. I think we have to do what the NFL does. We hire them as employees. You put them under contract. I don't know if you do a 1 year, 2 year, 3, 4, whatever the deal is, but it should go, in my opinion, from June to June. A kid should stay at the same school for exactly 1 year, I think, because they don't even go through spring football. Some of them sign, they go through the fall, they don't think they're going to play, they bail and leave, they bring somebody else in, their feelings get hurt. I just say like June would be the date. They got to fix the calendar regardless. Everything these coaches are going through, and they did to themselves, being greedy, trying to get these high school kids into school a semester early. In the old days, that never happened, and we survived, and everything was fine. But they want them in there early, and I get it. Their kids coming out of high school now are more prepared to play because of the weight rooms we have now, the great high school coaching we've got going now. They're developed quicker, stronger, bigger, faster, so I get where it's coming from. But if we all didn't do it, we'd be okay. I'd like to see the kids finish out their high school career instead of leaving and go to school early. But I can't believe a high school football player can go in and say, you're going to pay me $10,000 just to come visit. Just to come visit. There are people getting that money.
Well, UGA's paying some crews $20,000 to keep their commitment. And here's the thing, too. This generation of athletes are so soft, they're afraid of competition. They're going, I ain't going to play, I'm going to go somewhere else. They're a bunch of soft athletes. They're afraid of competition and all that. And used to be back in the day, the only time you transferred is if you had a family hardship or you had a family member sick or something, and you needed to be closer to home, and they gave you an exemption. That was usually the only reason why you could get out of your scholarship and all that. And hold on, I'm not done yet. Here's the thing. NCAA is cooking as the bowl of Fruit Loop because they're letting that pro ball player that got drafted by a European professional league come back and play at Baylor. So tell me how screwed up that is. Well, NCAA needs to be disbanded. They're just like D.C., a bunch of crooks.
Well, the thing is, in basketball now, they can come back after they've been in the C League and play in college.
Yeah, I mean, that's not right because that's a part of professional basketball.
Right. And
they can't be doing that.
And they say they can't control the Europeans. They don't have any control over them.
Oh, they have control whatever they want. It's just a bunch of sunshine trying to blow up our blessed assurance.
Right. I know it. So,
I speak the truth, man. I don't pull no punches, bro.
The people's caller.
The people's caller has spoken.
That's right.
Well, buddy, good luck to you. We got to take a break. Are you heading to work?
Yeah, it's almost as bad as public school, high school sports where the parent has to pay money for a kid to pay public high school sports. Anyway, just saying. That's another thing on my soapbox. Anyway, just saying.
All right, buddy. Thanks for calling. We love you.
Hey, I'll be gone for about a week, so I'm leaving tomorrow. So I'll try to call him when I'm in Houston. So
good luck to you.
Good luck.
Praying for you. Good luck to you.
Right,
appreciate you, sir.
I'm out. Later. I'm out.
Bye, buddy. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. You get injured, the man that go see the legendary Dr. Chad Mitchell. Chad's incredible. One of the first guys trained in robotic surgery. He is the best at what he does. Call, make an appointment. You'll be glad you did. Also, get out to that Cajun place tomorrow night. You can't beat it, Glenn. 50-cent wings, $5 pitchers, NFL games, college football games, atmosphere second. I'll tell you what, New Year's Day, Brian and I was there, and I was shocked how packed out it got. We got there about 11, and when I get ready to leave, I looked around and said, this place is packed out. I didn't think many people would be out then on New Year's Day. In the old days, we'd stay home and watch the games at home. That place was packed out. You know why? The food's incredible. The service is unbelievable. It's on Thomas Drive. Jan Trudy do a wonderful job. My boy Rick runs it. Get out that Cajun place. Tell them Coach sent you, and you'll have a wonderful time. I guarantee it. I guarantee it to happen. Join us today at J. Michael's, the world-famous J. Michael's Spaghetti at 11 o'clock. They open the doors. They only do it at lunch. They only do it at dinner. If you want that great seafood, they've got that burger, steak, pork chops. They got it all. But on Wednesday, they got that world-famous J. Michael's Spaghetti. Go check it out. You'll be glad you did. Hey, Wildcat, we're looking for jewelry. Well, I want to get Julie something special. She's been pretty nice the last couple of days. Where can I go? Who can I visit with that can help me?
All you got to do is go to David Adamson Designer Jewelry, 830 Highway 77. Right now, they're buying all of your old gold and silver. It's at an all-time high. You're going to get a great price for it. If you got a ring or a necklace, something like that, a bracelet, a belly button ring for Christmas, and it doesn't fit right, they will size it up for you right there in-house. Bing, bang, boom. No problem. 830 Highway 77, David Adamson Designer Jewelry.
I took some jewelry and some gold in, and so they give me a great price for it.
They're great people. They truly are. They'll work
fantastic.
with you. Good people.
Yes, sir.
Better than the rest.
We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Weather in the Panhandle never stops. Turn to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast.
Up to the minute weather reports all day long.
A chance of thunderstorms and moderate rain.
In-depth storm coverage.
Winter Storm Enzo.
And breaking weather as it happens.
Hurricane Helene.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
We do have a tropical storm warning.
Rely on it.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Wednesday. Partly cloudy this afternoon and evening with a wind at 8 miles per hour out of the southwest and a high of 72. Tonight, look for a mixture of slight fog and some clouds with a temperature near 63. Tomorrow, high around 71 and slight fog in the morning, but otherwise some clouds. This weather forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Your biggest investment is your home. Protect it while also improving its appearance with Earthworks of Northwest Florida. We have sand, mulch, gravel, or lay down decorative stone, all available for pickup and delivery. Discover your dream landscape with Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Imagine the moment you proudly pull up to your home that you've worked so hard for, enhanced by quality mulch, decorative stones, and more. Let's make it happen today. Request a quote online at earthworkspc.com or swing by the office at 2005 Industrial Drive. Love the land you live on.
PLQ Port St. Joe, WGSX New Haven, powered by Panama City Toyota.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
No one wants to deal with a plumbing, electrical, or HVAC emergency. It's even worse when you're not sure what it'll cost, when it'll get fixed, or if someone's just selling you something. When you call Hiller, you can trust our experts to actually solve your home's problems quickly. And with true transparency pricing, you know the price you're told is the price you'll actually pay. Book online now at happyhiller.com. Happy you'll be, or the service is free.
I'm a happy face truck today.
I don't always talk to Alabama fans, but when I do, I ask for large fries. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Alabama updates brought to you by Stevenson Air Conditioning. I tell you what, that guy's incredible. There are hard workers, honest people, locals taking care of locals. That's Stevenson Air Conditioning. I tell you all the time, if you're paying a high power bill, you're making a big time mistake. Get it serviced, your power bill will go down, and it'll work a lot better. You'll stay warmer in the winter, cooler in the summer. If you got an old unit, get rid of it. This is one of the few things you can purchase and pay for yourself over a period of time, because you're going to save money on your power bill. Ask Jason Kovaleski. Well, ask him. Brian asked him this Friday. His store at Pier Park at home, he goes on and on about the money he saved in his power bill. They are the best. They come in and they look throughout the house, what you can do with your windows, your doors, cracks, all kind of things. It's Stevenson Air Conditioning. If you're going to anybody else, you're making a big time mistake. Stevenson Air Conditioning, number one. All right, let me say this one more time. I got some Bama people mad at me. And this is just... what I say is just an opinion. I'm no expert. There's nobody on any national show, local. Fine, but none of them guys are professional. Nobody knows. It's just an opinion. It's just something I think. It's not what you think, and that's fine. All of us have different ideas, different beliefs. When I talk about Alabama football, I'm passionate about it. I grew up loving that school. I was a Bear Bryant guy. I love Saban. My boy coached up there, worked for Saban for all those years, Coach Bush. And so, yeah, sometimes I say things, if you're a Bama fan, would think, man, he really doesn't like Alabama. No, I do. I love Alabama.
Sometimes the truth hurts.
Well, it's just, no, it's not the truth. It's just what I think. And I could be wrong. There's no doubt I can be wrong. But it's just something I'm thinking, I'm sharing with you. Take it or leave it. And don't get upset. I love Alabama. Now, saying all that, these transfer deals, CBS came out with a little ranking the other day, and I looked at it. It's kind of like, how can you even say this? But I get it. We got to have something to talk about, and that's just their opinion. Yeah, it's just their kind of opinion, what they think. They came up with 10 schools, and how they're doing so far. Well, how long have we been doing this?
Since the 2nd of February.
5 days.
Yeah,
January.
It's an eternity.
It's been in 5 days.
Yeah.
And we got
a million people, yeah.
There's, 4,000 in there now or something? We don't even know the number. But this is what they said. Talking about Alabama, we're talking about the 10 schools that are doing really well so far getting players in. Okay, this is their opinion, not mine. But they talked about Alabama. They were among the 10 teams that hit a home run, doing really well in the early transfer deals. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, they love what they've done. They did get the running back, Hollywood Smothers, I think is his name, the running back from NC State.
It's a great name.
Yeah.
Well, they needed a running back.
Yeah.
We saw we didn't have a home run hitter. The one we had got injured and never was the same after that. We didn't have a very good offensive line, so you can't really blame the running backs. It's the team effort. Mm-hmm. But they think they hit a home run. Now, this is CBS. It's not Alabama saying this. This guy averaged per game 85 yards, 0.4 per game. He was the leading rusher in the ACC, 939 yards. He had 6 total touchdowns. He played only in 11 games. ACC transfer to Alabama in the past have gone well. This is the CBS speaking, and they're right. We got Gibbs from Georgia Tech. He did an unbelievable job in his year at Alabama. He was the best running back we had. Look what he's doing in the NFL, there's no doubt. I hope Hollywood's this good. I hope he is, because that would definitely help Alabama. Now, they say he's a great open field runner. They say he's a great skill set as far as catching the football. That's some good things right there, because most of our running plays are pass plays out of the backfield.
I know this is nitpicking, but I've always hated that term. He's a great open field runner with nobody touching him. Yeah, I can run when nobody's touching me.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I mean, I know that's not what they're saying.
Right.
That phrase is always
You left out the wide receiver they got, Jeremiah Smuckers. He's a jam-up wide receiver. I'm just telling you.
They should just say he runs fast.
Well, I tell you what, we do need to improve our running game. I was critical about that. So hopefully they met a need, okay? So they had Bama there. The other schools they mentioned, Arizona State, Auburn. I'll get more into Auburn later. I'll talk about that in a little bit. FSU, they got a running back. It's supposed to, who's the running back they got, you know?
No.
I didn't write his name. They got a running back that's really high on it. People say it's a real deal.
They got the guy from Texas.
That's it. Yeah. That guy from Texas.
I can't say his first name, but Wisner.
That's it. Wisner, I think. That's it. Indiana was number 5. Louisville, number 6. Number 7, Minnesota. Number 8, Oklahoma. They got the Harris, the wide receiver from Virginia. They also got the guy from Texas the other day. Oklahoma State, they lost 61 players, so whatever they get in should be an upgrade. Texas Tech is number 10. That's just their opinion. That's what they think. I have no idea. I don't know how good these guys are. I have no. And it was so early. Well, it really matters.
And is it purely on incoming, or is it net effect of incoming versus outgoing? Because that's where I think Bama drops off a little bit.
Yeah, I'm with you with that. And you got to look at that. You might bring something stud in at one position, but what are you losing? You might be a great running back, and you lose your 2 best
net
offensive
effect
linemen.
Portal. Indiana is crushing.
Yeah.
Because they're not losing anybody. You wouldn't lose really anybody from a national championship run, but they've picked up 3 or 4 big-time players.
Who was it last year, the quarterback, or maybe it was the backup, somebody that was in the playoffs left?
It was Penn State,
Penn State,
I think. Yeah.
So, Indiana's not having that problem
And
now.
Preble on the move again, by the way.
Something positive on Alabama. I love this guy, Heisman Trophy winner, former Alabama wide receiver, Devontae Smith. First 5 years in NFL, what he's done is really incredible. He looks like a stick out there, but he doesn't seem to get hurt. He's unbelievably fast. He doesn't look it, but he is. He's quick. He's a great ball player. You know what he's done in 5 years? 385 receptions, 5,019 yards, and 31 touchdowns for the Eagles. That's
as their number 2 receiver.
Yeah, he's right. He's not the main guy.
But let me real quick. Let me irritate you further. Okay. I've just read this story that just came across. Washington quarterback DeMond Williams Jr. said on social media last night, that he is entering the transfer portal, a move that comes just days after he agreed and signed a contract to return to the Huskies for the 2026 season. Quote, "I have to do what is best for me and my future." Signed a contract last week to return. And he's in the portal now.
Yep.
So somebody got
that's worse than saying commitment. I mean, this is an actual contract. Yeah. That's where this Georgia-Missouri case is going to be critical.
Go Dogs. I hope.
This is just.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Well, somebody talk to him.
How much time I got? All right, I want to talk to Ty Simpson. No, that's good. I like that. Ty Simpson could make. This is by 24/7, I think. Ty Simpson could make big money if he decides to transfer out of Alabama. Now, he's passed for 3,567 yards. He played injured. He had 28 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions. He was a 64.5% passer. Alabama goes to 11-4. His options, NFL, other teams, transfer out, go to another football team, or stay at Alabama. Alabama's lost the last 2 of the last 3 ball games he's quarterbacked in. He could stay at Bama, go for an SEC championship, try to fight for a national championship. Some fans at Bama, and I'm one of them, we're calling to see Russell, the 5-star freshman that I think is unbelievably talented. I do believe he's going to be a lot better than Simpson. That's just my opinion. I'm calling for that. I'd like to see him. I do love Simpson. I think he's a great kid, great character young man. Got a lot of things going for him. He's waiting to see what his grade is from the NFL. But here's what I'm trying to think of the guy's name that wrote this. I'll come back to that. Here's what he had to say about this. He could go to Tennessee or Oregon. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but Andy Staples is usually pretty honest. He'd go to Tennessee or Oregon. Okay? He'll make a bit more money in NIL. A successful starting quarterback from a major program and from a major conference, and it doesn't get any bigger than Alabama and the SEC, can make at least $2,000 or 2.5, maybe even up to $4 million. I think he's making 2.5 at Alabama right now, so the 2.5 is not a big deal. But he's saying he could make up to $4 million if like a school like Tennessee really wants him and needs him, or Oregon. So we shall wait and see what Ty Simpson is going to do. Let me ask both of you guys.
Wait a minute. I got a question. Will you back up for just a minute?
Sure.
A guy signs a contract.
Yes.
To me,
it doesn't matter.
That's a legal and binding document. And then he just says, no, I'm going
University of
somewhere
Washington said they will pursue all legal avenues to enforce their signed contract.
Good.
And then the player won't give you crap on the field because you forced him to.
And here we are. I mean,
quit.
ultimately, the problem with all of this is that we are literally in the middle of the sausage-making process.
Mm-hmm.
It has been thrown asunder by the courts. I mean, that's where all this started. We can blame the NCAA for not getting out front of it, but this got blown up by courts.
The only people getting rich are lawyers and agents.
And we're at least 5 to 10 years before this being completely settled, no matter how good they are at fixing it.
The thing, too, like Jason Kovaleski said, that, what if you put all this money in, what are you getting out of that investment?
That's what I don't get.
Yeah.
Well, I actually can't answer that because it is an ROI. It isn't anything. It's access. That's what you're getting. That's the guy who want access to the program, to the coaches, to the players, to feel like they're in there, in the mix, that they're important. They can puff their chest out, that they're the big donor. That's right.
Yeah.
That's all. It's
Kaylin
access.
called me,
They are paying for access.
Yeah, that's no doubt.
Yeah.
But how long success? You got to have deep pockets to continue to do that.
Sure.
I don't know. Anyway, it is what it is. We get back, we'll talk a little bit about Auburn and some other things. I want to jump into Dabo, too. I want to get that in. Let me ask you real quick before we take this break. If you're Ty Simpson, what do you do?
I'd probably go to the NFL. I don't think the quarterback class is very deep this year. I do think they like a lot of his measurables. So assuming the grade doesn't fall off a cliff, I go to the NFL.
Even though he might make more money?
I would still go to the NFL. This is his chance to go into the NFL. Okay. You can't take the chance. You're going to come out in a tougher quarterback class.
I agree with Brian because you never know. You got to go. If you have to go compete with somebody else, and that last game, I think didn't have a fractured rib or something. So
he's been hurt for a while, I heard.
And so I think that's the right choice. I mean, I don't get to make that choice, but I think for him it would be a chance to get in there, like Brian said.
All right, we'll be right back. I want to thank Stevenson Air Conditioning for the Alabama update. Also, I want to thank Dr. Ward. 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. It can be deadly. Don't play around with skin cancer. Go get it checked out. If you're listening right now, there's an office near you. The guy's incredible. He's operated on me twice, 2 different areas of the body, and thank God they found it and they got it all out. If you get this stuff late, you could have you can be in big time trouble. Make sure you go with Dr. Ward. The guy's incredible. Listen to him every Wednesday, 7:30, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Also, Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Do you want to look better, feel better? Jason Kovaleski. He did a great job yesterday. He'll be in here Friday. Make sure you listen to him. If you want to, we're talking about these scholarships. We're talking about all these kids transferring to different schools. The kids that are getting really hurt the most are high school athletes trying to get scholarships like in the old days. You're competing against other college athletes. So if you're a parent and you want to get an edge, get your son, daughter bigger, stronger, faster, what to eat, what not to eat, resting, what kind of workouts, Jason Kovaleski can do all those things. You can try it before you buy it. Don't waste the opportunity. Make sure you call, go by and see Jason Kovaleski. You'll be glad you did. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Colin Cowherd.
Yes, he can be prickly and moody and a bit arrogant, but for a 42-year-old with this receiving core, this defensive head coach, inconsistent run game, to not throw a pick since November 9th, Aaron Rodgers gets my comeback player of the year.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
Weekdays at 1.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Wednesday. Partly cloudy this afternoon and evening with a wind at 8 miles per hour out of the southwest and a high of 72. Tonight, look for a mixture of slight fog and some clouds with a temperature near 63. Tomorrow, a high around 71 and slight fog in the morning, but otherwise some clouds. This weather forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
For exciting college football, the best boiled seafood, and the most game day fun, it's Lone Star Boil House. Watch the games on their huge Jumbotron. Challenge your friends to beer pong, cornhole, and oversized Connect 4 in their new adult lounge. Lone Star Boil House is where the locals go for incredible wings, the best boiled seafood, and a new breakfast menu. Saturday and Sunday starting at 9. Crush the follow on Facebook to catch huge game day specials. Lone Star Boil House, 320 West 5th Street, downtown Panama City.
Reliable Copy Products is proud to be the exclusive dealer in Northwest Florida for Kyocera office equipment. Reliable Copy Products has been committed to providing professional, personalized service for the last 35 years. They understand that the right equipment does not always fall within today's budget requirements, so they offer several options for the equipment you need today for the growth you expect tomorrow. Call James Mothers at 784-6601. 784-6601. Reliable Copy Products on Harrison Avenue, just north of Bay High School.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show.
I'm not prepared. I really am not prepared at all.
I hope you won't judge me on one email I sent 10 years ago.
My apartment smells of rich mahogany.
Live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hey, Martha, Kenny, James, Jenna, you name it. War Eagle, baby. Get out to Beefo Braze in Lynn Haven. You want a great meal, 10 wings inside for $9.99. Go check it out. You'll be glad you did. Their food is incredible. Atmosphere is second. And TV's everywhere. Great place. Plenty of parking. The key word there is Beefo Braze, Lynn Haven. The owner is the city commissioner. Pat Perno is an incredible young man. Great person. Get out there and check it out. Go watch the Ole Miss game there. If you want to have a party at home this weekend, watch the NFL playoffs, call, make an appointment, and say, Pat, I need X number of wings or whatever else you want. That's all you got to do. He'll have it waiting for you. You'll be glad you went there. I tell you, we love that place. They had, hey, Walker, we got those, Julie got some, I forgot what she got. It was kind of different. But their chips are unbelievable. And you're right, the onion rings were great, too. Really good.
The onion rings are the best.
Awesome. No doubt about that. All right, Auburn. Auburn's lost nearly 30 players, Glenn Manley. Nearly 30 players.
Nearly 30.
New head coach takes over. Major overhaul. All three of Auburn quarterbacks are gone. I hate the Knight left, the freshman from Mississippi that Auburn beat out from Notre Dame to get him. He's looking the big one now. You lose all your quarterbacks. They brought in 2 from South Florida, but you lose the big one, the big prize, Ohio State. Texas thinks they've got him. Coleman, he'll be visiting Alabama. I know Alabama, they got his former coach on the staff there. Nix is there. Bama's going to try to get him. Everybody in the country wants this guy, Coleman. He's, I think, the big major loss. Singleton's gone. They've lost some great talent. There's no doubt they've lost some great talent. But Incoming players, South Florida, backup quarterback. They got Jenkins, the cornerback from Jenkins, South Florida, good ball player. Their receivers, they had some pretty good receivers coming in from South Florida. They had them. I watched them play. They're pretty dang good. The running back from South Florida, Davenport, he's coming in, 612 yards, 7 touchdowns. So just a reminder, all you Auburn fans are freaking out. Yes, you have lost some really good talented ball players. James Madison took at least 13 of their players to Indiana. Look at the success they had there. I mean, we're not saying it's going to happen at Auburn, but I do think they're going to be pretty good. They're getting players left and right in from South Florida, the guys that the coach feels like can play in the SEC, not the ones he doesn't feel like can play in the SEC. So just hold on. Don't freak out. I think you're in pretty good shape.
Eddie wants to chime in again.
Now, I don't know if you guys watched the basketball game last night. And they went back and reviewed it, and I still think Auburn got screwed. We'll talk to Andy Burcham about this, because if you listen when the buzzer goes off, but the buzzer seemed to be different than the clock. I don't know how that can happen, but Auburn hits a 3. They win the ball game. Place goes crazy. They go back and review it. They say no score. Auburn loses the game to A&M. And the place, I felt those officials needed to get out of there quick. But I go watch it. You can see it online, everything else. To me, it looked like it was good, but it wasn't. It cost Auburn to win at home. At home. Let's take the people's caller one more time. Michigan Eddie. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Just want to say, hey, Lynn Haven, Beef O'Brien's is awesome. Been there several times, and the staff and all that is great, and the onion rings are amazing. And also, you were talking about that Cajun place. Talk to Miss Christina. She is awesome. She's the one that always takes our orders and all that stuff. So that Cajun place on Thomas/Navy Boulevard is awesome. And by the way, I've got to tell you, Coach, I'm stopping at Baton Rouge on my way to Houston tomorrow. Anything you want me to say to your love child, Layton Kiffin?
No, just tell him we're proud of him. Keep up the good work. We wanted him on TV, and ESPN would not let him come on. We're sorry about that.
I'll tell you, Tiger Stadium's a dump.
What?
Now their baseball stadium is awesome, but I snuck into Tiger Stadium last year at this time. The day after Bryce Underwood swapped over and we got him from LSU, I snuck in there, and Tiger Stadium's a dump. It's like the Swamp. The Swamp's a dump, too. It needs some TLC. That's straight up backs jack.
I will say, Tiger Stadium with no one in it looks like an erector set that's about to fall down. When it's full, that is an impressive building.
Thank you, Brian.
But it does look ugly empty.
It's a dump. It's got the old school, like 1930s goalposts and all of that. I mean, the best part of LSU Stadium is when you're on I-10 going over the bridge, you see the big LSU in purple and gold from I-10 highway. It's a dump.
What are you hearing about Michigan? Is everything going pretty good in recruiting and transfers coming in?
Yeah, our staff is phenomenal. He brought in a lot of great players. Got his brother coming over. We've got some linemen coming over from Utah, and basically he's bringing his staff from Utah over, and I think we got the quarterback guy, coach that developed Dampier is coming over to help develop Bryce Underwood. So it's looking good. Things are great at Michigan as long as they can keep Scannell free and fire Ward Manuel, and then it'll be really awesome because he's part of the problem.
I don't think Whittingham's going to be there very long. I think he's 62. I think he'll come in here.
So here's a question. With the shocking news out of the NFL yesterday, what if John Harbaugh had gotten fired 2 weeks earlier?
I was thinking that, too.
Would have Michigan gone after another Harbaugh?
What do you think? You're a Michigan guy.
I think they probably would have, and I think John Harbaugh got... I mean, you can't blame John Harbaugh for, Lamar Jackson was hit or miss all year. He was in or he was out. And then they should have won that ball game against the Steelers, and the kicker just shanked it.
The only thing I'll say is I think Harbaugh's an NFL guy. I don't think he would have come to college. But I was thinking the same thing you were, wow, that would have been interesting.
Didn't somebody say he might wind up at the Giants?
Oh, I think the Giants would love him. I also think they're after Stefanski as well.
Yeah, but
I'll tell you, John Harbaugh is going to the Raiders.
You think?
You know why?
No.
You know why?
He doesn't want to play his brother twice.
No, but I tell you, Tom Brady is part owner of the Raiders. He knows the Harbaugh clan. I bet he goes to the Raiders.
See, I actually think that's the one team he won't go to, but we'll see.
But that is a true statement. But you got the Cardinals opened up. What else is opened up?
Atlanta,
the Browns.
The Browns, yeah. What about Belichick?
Titans.
Anything Belichick will get any of those jobs?
Only if he brings his girlfriend.
I don't.
You don't think he'll get one?
Oh, that's one thing, too. He just got the Wisconsin quarterback, Edwards, who got hurt at game 1. They just got him out of the transfer portal. UNC did. Interesting.
All right, buddy. We got to take a break. Thank you for calling.
Steelers stink, and DK Metcalf, he got a slap on the wrist for what he did on against the Lions, slapping that fan and all that.
Yeah. What did you think, though? I thought the second half that they kept running Derrick Henry, I think they would have won that ball game.
Derrick Henry's a beast, man.
He's just 31 years old. Good Lord.
Yeah, he's just a consummate professional athlete you want your kids to look up to, man.
Yeah.
He's just a great dude.
He's a nice guy, too. He is a good person.
Hey, where's he from?
Roll Tide. Thank you for that. Yeah, thank you for the Alabama plug. We appreciate that.
I'm not talking about that.
Roll Tide. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yulee, Florida.
Yeah, Yulee, Florida. That's right.
Where did he learn to play ball? Roll Tide. All right, buddy. Thank you for the call. Go Wolverines.
Go Blue. Right there. I'm out.
It's low tide right now.
Yeah, it sure is. But you know what? As bad as it was an improvement.
I just looked. Since Sorsby has now signed or committed to Texas Tech, Cam Coleman is the #1 player in ESPN's portal rankings right now.
And we're favored to go to Texas, right?
They didn't have that.
Okay.
They didn't have that.
We shall see. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. I love all of them. And you look at Michigan, they call in, brag on beef over Braised in Lynn Haven. You got to get there. If you live in Lynn Haven today, go check it out. 10 wings inside for $9.99. Also, don't forget about today, J. Michael's Restaurant, that world famous J. Michael's Spaghetti. Also, Newbies, Dr. Chad Mitchell, Stevenson Air Conditioning, Steve's Bike Shop, Vandy Roofing, #1, not even close. You want that yard looking absolutely gorgeous? Topo Pest Control. You can't get more local than Patrick. Listen to Patrick every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. You got bugs in the house, you got bugs in the yard. They'll go away for good. Turpro Pest Control, #1, not even close. We'll be right back.
We got Mark McCloud coming up.
Home for college football. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Who's going to advance to the national championship? This Thursday, it's the Fiesta Bowl. The Ole Miss Rebels collide with your Miami Hurricanes. We'll have coverage from Glendale, Arizona, starting Thursday at 6 on your home for the Miami Hurricanes, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
With over 4 decades in business, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to take your collection to the next level. All new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia and supplies, new and vintage cards and Pokemon. Buy, sell, and trade. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and League cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards inside the Stanford Station on 23rd Street next to Academy Sports. Come see the bigger store and the larger inventory or visit online, InstantReplaySportsCards.com.
My perfect day at Sand, Salt, Water, and Friends. But my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, most people saw 90% clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free at 4 months. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything.
Nothing is everything.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local from the J. Michael Studio.
Boss, I got good news and bad news. What's the bad news? Your hat's on fire.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
You got 90,000 people all chomping at the same time.
It's the Florida Gator Update with guest Mark McLeod. Insider information you can't get anywhere else. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Let's bring him on, Mark McLeod. Mark, do you have a good Christmas?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, we did well. How about you guys?
It was awesome, man. What about Thanksgiving? I mean, not Thanksgiving. What about New Year's Eve, New Year's Day?
That was good, too. Not so much. No, we started to have the flu run around here.
Oh, Lord. Be careful of that, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to get over it now.
That's what I called it too, Mark, was the flu.
Yeah, well.
Anyway, all right. We got so many questions to ask you. Everything's going on in college athletics is crazy. I miss the good old days when National Signing was back in February. It was the biggest event around. Now we got NFL going. I mean, hell, we're like, I don't know what we're like. People going here, going there, turn around, pick a bale of cotton. I don't know what's going on in college athletics, really. Let me ask you this. What about Texas? Did they come after Florida's running back and try to get him to go there? And he wasn't even in the portable, right? Or whatever the hell you call it.
No, he's not in the portal, but yes. Oh, yeah. They went. That was all the word and all the talk is that they definitely went after him. The word I heard is they were offering him 7 figures. So it was a sweet, sweet contract they were looking to get Jaden Ball over to Austin, Texas for. And after some negotiations with Florida, he tweeted out something or on one of the social media pages, put a little something out there about some film clips of him, as a Gator about, I want to say 6 days ago. And people kind of took that the wrong way. Oh, he's coming back. He's back. Well, he never said that. He never said any of that. And, of course, they had met with him. Florida had met with him. Texas had met with him reportedly, or his agent, whatever. And but Florida got it done. And that's just huge news for Florida and the Gators because he's one of the core players like Miles Graham, like Dallas Wilson, VB3. I could go on, that Florida needs and needed to lock down to keep in Gainesville to build that core group out.
You can't even really get excited about that. Brian just read something to me. Washington player just signed a contract in, 2 days ago or a day ago?
Last week, and now he's in the portal.
Now he's, what does contracts mean anymore?
Yeah, actual contract, not committed. Signed the contract to return. And crazy.
It's just crazy. And let me ask you this too, Texas, LSU. That's 2 of the names that come up the most, and I'm sure they're all doing it. Contacting players that not even entered the thing yet.
Well, here's the thing, and Mark will know about this. You want the surest indication that they're getting talked to before. How many guys have we heard recently? They're entering the portal with a do not contact tag.
Yeah.
All that means is they already know where they're going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they any rules anymore at all?
No.
That's the rule. There's no
look,
rules.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. Coach Manley's right. Yeah, look, and that's what we've heard from coaches go back a year ago, right after the portal closed, and you started hearing some coaches really make some comments. And then during media days, at the various conference media days, you heard coaches making comments. Missouri coach Drinkwitz made a comment not too long ago about how insane it is and that their players are being poached before any kind of window opens during the season, and we've heard other coaches make the same complaints. That's the problem with the whole thing. It is just what we knew it was going to be, the wild, wild west, and there is no slowing this thing down right now.
Yeah, I found out yesterday. Of course, it could have changed, but 32 FSU players left or in the portal.
Wow.
So
yeah. Well, guys, look at John Summerall in Tulane.
Yeah.
Goodness sakes, 60 new players, and this isn't coming from some rogue website. This is the New Orleans newspaper and one other one. Whenever I was doing my research, looking at John Summerall months ago, whatever now, but. Yeah, they said he brought on 60 new players at Tulane after having an 11-win season a year ago, and you're like, how do you do that? I mean, why? And you know why now coaches are just up in arms about their schedule and why the NCAA has mismanaged this whole thing, because they don't have time to do anything. They're recruiting all year long, and Kirby has been one of the most outspoken coaches about it. Nick Saban, you've heard him during the season a few times on College Game Day go off about it and how something's got to be done, and nothing's getting done.
I love Kirby. Every time he's by the commissioner, he doesn't bow down or anything. He's upset. He doesn't like the idea they went to 9 games instead of 8. He talks about half the league's going to get another loss. He talks about the calendar, all these different things you just mentioned. When are they going to correct any of this stuff?
That's what I want to know. Look, this is why I've been saying, you and I and Coach Manley had this conversation a few years ago, and I said it's going to come down to Greg Sankey and the commissioner of the Big Ten getting upset, and with all the money that they're bringing in, and that they're going to have to break away from it. They're going to have to break away because, number one, they're not going to be happy with the Power 5 schools, which now is Power 5, Power 6, and they're not going to be happy with what's going on in the transfer portal, because this is not good. Look, it's making a level playing field in football overall.
Yeah.
I mean, you're seeing Indiana do wonderful things. Vanderbilt, for goodness sakes, is doing wonderful things. We could name school after school, but I think that, and I think for most of us, we all like that. We all, but there's also things that are not sitting well with those two guys, and I've been particularly with the NCAA sitting on their hands about recruiting violations, transfer portal violations, all the various things the NCAA has screwed up and has decided not to get involved in, and it's driving coaches crazy. It's driving now it's starting to get to the commissioners a little bit with some of the things going on. So, you're seeing more meetings with Sankey and the Big Ten commissioner, and I've been waiting for them to pull away and say, we're going to go off start our own thing. We'll add 20 more teams here or whatever, but we're done. We're done with sharing our money with smaller schools that don't bring a whole lot to the table. They can go have their own championship, and just like the Division II sold their championship for television rights. I mean, they can go have their own, and I think we're coming to that point where Sankey and company are just sick and tired of the NCAA not getting things done.
Mark, you think about the Ole Miss coaching staff, Miami, Oregon, Indiana, all this stuff that's happening right now, trying to keep your roster, go add to your roster, recruit high school, and they're preparing to play games. I just couldn't comprehend it. That's got to be tough.
Yeah. Andy Olson, friend of mine, he graduated University of Florida Journalism School, but he did a nice column for Saturday Down South. It's a small column, but his point is made. They're talking to a coach, and then I actually saw another column written who talked to a coach or former coach anonymously, And these coaches are saying, guys, this is crazy. What's going on? There is no way we can prepare teams for a bowl game or a college football playoff appearance. Meanwhile, we're managing and doing all the research we can, trying to get as much background as we can on players for the transfer portal. And, oh, by the way, we're also still in recruiting because there are still a few guys out there who may be available in January. But here's another key is you're seeing, and we just saw this last week or early this week with a player. I guess it was last week. Another player reclassifying and saying, I'm going to skip my senior year of high school. I've got enough credits I can do it, and then I can enter spring, and I can go there and get a start on my college career. So all these things are playing, and it's terrible for coaches. It's terrible for the game.
Let me ask you this real quick when I got on my mind. We saw what James Madison did. A lot of the players followed their coach to Indiana. That worked out really well. We see at Auburn, 31 players, over 30 have left. They're bringing a load of South Florida players with them that they can play. I like their coach. I think it's a good hire. What about Florida? What is going on with the connection with Tulane? Has he brought some Tulane players into Florida, or is he going to?
Definitely. Oh, yeah. There's several in already. And it's not only Tulane, it's Georgia Tech. Because what you're looking at there, several Georgia Tech coaches have followed Buster Faulkner, who's Florida's new offensive coordinator from Tech, to Gainesville. So you've got a nice tie there. Also, you have perhaps one of the best, or definitely one of the best recruiters and developers of offensive lineman, Phil Troutwine, who played under Urban at Florida from Penn State. He's the new offensive line coach at Florida. And you're seeing players now. Here they are. They're coming to Gainesville to play under Troutwine. But thus far, they got T.J. Shanahan, a guard. They got a tackle yesterday, Egan Boyer, out of Penn State, a 6'8", 310-pound offensive tackle. But from Tulane, you've got the Patrick Durbin, the place kicker. You got Alec Clark, the punter. Seems like there's one more they got from Tulane. I'd have to think about that. But then Georgia Tech, Aaron Philo, the quarterback. This kid broke all kinds of high school records up in Georgia. Bailey Stockton, the wide receiver, he's coming. And I'm waiting to hear about Harrison Moore, the center from Georgia Tech. There's rumors that he's coming to Gainesville, too. He definitely met with the Gators, but I do not know of a decision that's been reached yet.
All right, we got Mark McLeod with us. We'll be right. Mark, we're going to take a break, and we'll come back and finish up with Mark McLeod. Everything you need to know about the Florida Gators, what's happening in college athletics, you'll hear it here on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Also, I want to talk about Steve Bertashaw, swim coach at Mosley. Unbelievable. You talking about local? That's more local you can get. They've been in business almost 50 years. Steve's Bike Shop's incredible. Go check it out. They got those electrical bikes that are taking over the world. Dr. Chad Mitchell mentioned that. He said, if you get one of those electrical bikes, you work your heart, you work your body, you get worn out, you just hit the button, and it helps you get back home. Get you an electrical bike for health reasons, and you make sure you do it at Steve's Bike Shop. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Dan Patrick Show. Carolina, wonderful job. Really. Wonderful. I don't know how good they are. I don't know if Bryce Young is a franchise quarterback. Now, do I want to extend him? No. I'd let him play out this next year. I'd franchise him. But I'm not giving him $250 million.
It's the Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings from 9 till 11. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Wednesday. Partly cloudy this afternoon and evening with a wind at 8 miles per hour out of the southwest and a high of 72. Tonight, look for a mixture of slight fog and some clouds with a temperature near 63. Tomorrow, a high around 71 and slight fog in the morning, but otherwise some clouds. This weather forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Hewitt Tire and Auto has been in business in Panama City forever. Locals taking care of locals. From the smallest to the largest vehicles, they do it all. But don't take my word for it. Listen to the experts.
Hewitt Tire and Auto, your certified AAA service center and hometown towing.
Visit them online at HewittTire.com.
On Airport Road in Panama City.
850-769-7323. Hewitt Tire and Auto Center and hometown towing.
Experience a higher level of service. David Adamson Designer Jewelry has been providing you the very best of fine jewelry and repair in Lynn Haven for over 32 years. David has added Amber Anderson and Russ Klinger, names you've known and trusted in PCB for years with your fine jewelry and watch needs. Find that one-of-a-kind engagement ring, that special anniversary gift, or something colorful just for you. Amber and Russ will find it or build it for you. Serving Bay County and beyond in Lynn Haven at the corner of Ohio Avenue and 9th. David Adamson Designer Jewelry.
Welcome to It's the Coach James Hale Show.
But I believe diversity is an old wooden ship that was used during the Civil War era.
Live from the J. Michael Studio, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
All right, we're back live, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We got Mark McLeod with us this morning. Mark, my Big Ten boys want me to ask you a question. No, not really, but we got hit up on some things, especially my ACC friends. The big bad SEC got their, this is what it said, got their blank whipped in all these bowl games. 4-9 in bowl games. Now, out of those 4 wins, Alabama beat Oklahoma. That gave us 1. Ole Miss beat Tulane. That's 2. Ole Miss beat Georgia. That's 3. And thank goodness for Texas, the only SEC school to win a bowl game, and that was beating Michigan. So, is the SEC, which just means more, that weak, that pitiful? They say that we're nothing.
Really? What happened during the regular season?
They said we beat up on each other. We're cream puffs. They got on to me. They said
no.
Let me tell you what they said to me though.
Non-conference.
Let me see what they said to me. They go, yeah, Alabama had that 4-game all-ranked teams. He said those teams were terrible. Tennessee, Vandy, Missouri. I'm like, what?
Listen, Mark, get your feet off the floor because it's getting deep in there.
Well, I'm just telling what they said.
Who is they, Coach? Come on.
You know them.
Oh. Well.
Here would be my response. First of all, the bowl games are you kidding me? Bowl games? Who cares? The bowl games, there's so many guys opting out, doing this, doing that. The bowl games you can't even project what a team might do because it's not even the same team that you just faced weeks ago. The college football playoffs.
Yeah, let me tell you.
The college football playoffs is a different animal. Now that you can make all the hay you want to on that. Those teams are complete, or they should be complete. But the bowl games, we haven't been. I mean, nobody is really past 2, 3, 4 years. Nobody's been really celebrating bowl games. We're 6-3 in bowl games. It's a great. That just makes no sense. Talk to me about the regular season. Who was the conference that when they played out of conference opponents within the Power 4, not the Power 5 or Power 6? So who had the best record? It was the SEC. It's 12-6.
Can I get an amen?
Amen. But if you go back and
I'm going to push back. I'm going to side with my.
But go back
SEC
to
and Big Ten guys. I just think we're down this year.
I'll tell you how they ring them up though.
Yeah.
When Georgia beat Florida State, they were saying, "See, Florida State didn't need to be in the playoffs."
Look what Florida State did to Alabama.
I know, but I'm just saying they just said they didn't deserve it because look what Georgia did to them.
I did. I thought I was being fair and balanced. I was going. We didn't have the super studs at quarterbacks in the SEC. We had a lot of break-in-you quarterbacks. That hurt us. We're the best running backs in the SEC. We don't have really the superstar running back. Who's the standout defensive lineman?
Still the toughest league to play in, week in and week out.
I don't know about that.
I'm just telling you. Yeah.
I'm being fair and balanced. I'm not being
Everybody's got dudes.
Whoever pays me the most.
It was a great year for the SEC.
No.
Are you there?
Hey, how about what they're doing in basketball now?
We're here.
You got to
Let's talk what the SEC is really known for.
Oh, God.
Baseball, okay? We are the best in baseball.
Pickleball.
I'm not saying that in football anymore. I tell you what, though, Ole Miss wins the national championship. I'm going to come here and run my mouth.
There you go.
I'm going to really run my mouth.
Well, I know y'all have the pickleball trophy. I knew that. So
I just saw Cooper Moss, Mark, and Steve Coops back in school today at Florida. I hadn't seen him in a while. He walked in that restaurant. He was at J. Michael's. He looked like a bodybuilder. Whoever does a strength and conditioning program in Florida baseball does an incredible job. He was telling me how much stronger, how much faster, how much harder he throws the baseball. He thinks he's going to be pretty good in baseball. And I think Coach is back now.
And he was worried about that when he was on the show. He was like, I walked in there and those guys looked at the top of their game, and I walked in there thinking, uh-oh.
He was just like every freshman.
He did the work.
Yeah.
He did
Talk
the work.
about what do you expect this year out of that baseball program? I heard from a player, they think they're going to be really good.
Yeah, they do think they're going to be good. And I think pitching is a big part of it, which has really kind of been a struggle. But you look at their top two pitchers, they're one was an All-American, one was All-SEC. One was the other one was actually a freshman All-American. So, yeah, you're talking about some elite pitching, and then if these guys can get in the mix a little bit, because they're going to need them for the midweek games, they're going to need them in relief. So I think Florida, they believe they're going to be pretty good this year. They did a little bit of work in the transfer portal, got some guys in where they really needed some help, and hopefully it'll be a good year for them.
Well, before we get you out of here, Dad, I got to talk to you about you're talking about playoffs. I had thought I got a little bit of confidence after Alabama came back from being down 17-0 at Oklahoma. I thought maybe they'll give them a game. Maybe this week can win it. I actually kind of, after talking to Jeff Big, I was like, you know what? Maybe they will win this ball game. They got completely destroyed. They looked unprepared. They were outplayed. They were outcoached. They were out everything. Did that surprise you, or did the score surprise you in that ball game, or do you kind of think that would happen?
No, I did not think that would happen. In fact, I thought that was going to be a great, great game to watch. I thought Alabama looks like they're coming together a little bit. They've gotten healthier. They're coming together. Indiana just laid the wood to them. I mean, what a performance. But, Indiana is the best overall team in college football. There's no question. I mean, offense, defense, especially everything, coaching. Their coaching is phenomenal. But, in my opinion, Ole Miss has the best offense in college football right now. They have really come together, even without Lane Kiffin. They've not missed a beat. So I'm looking forward to a couple of great games, and let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with Miami and that defense. Let's see if Ole Miss can continue to bring that offense together, and if we'll have a bit of a shooting match in that game. But yeah, I fully expect Indiana to take care of business and be in the national championship.
I was wrong on Ohio State. I thought they would get Miami. What about that one? What did you think about that ball game?
I went back and forth on that. I really did. In fact, I told some friends, I said, all right, I've looked at this again. I'm picking Miami. And they started laughing at me. You got to be kidding. You're not picking Miami. Yeah, I'm picking Miami. But I just thought the defense was awfully good. I thought they're going to be able to make some things happen offensively. They're just going to be able to do that with that. And a couple of those receivers, they'll get it going, and they'll get enough. And I just think they're going to spring the upset, because this is not the same Ohio State team as we typically see in year out.
Well, I didn't think they would score enough points to beat Ohio State. You were right. I was definitely wrong there. What about Georgia? I'll never question Kirby. I love him. If I had a son that had the ability to play for him, he'd be there. I just love the guy. But there were a couple things I was like, what's going on here? Yeah. But what was your take on that one?
Well, first take is Kirby would educate you on how you're wrong when you're thinking of the SEC this year.
Yes, he would.
He would do that. He would quickly do that. He really would.
You're right.
But no, I did. I went Georgia. I thought Georgia would win the national championship. The defense has gotten better and better over the past 9 weeks. I wrote a column about it, put it out there, and lo and behold, here comes that Ole Miss offense, and man, they were just gangbusters. It was amazing. They had no answers. So, what a game that was! That was a fabulous game for college football.
So, if I heard you right, I think this is right. You tell me if I'm wrong. You got Indiana going on, and you got Miami and Indiana playing for the national championship.
I don't know. I'm probably going to go back and forth on that Ole Miss game. I'm hoping enough offense shows up where the Rebels could win, because I do not want to listen to the crap from Miami people around here. With us, Florida State people don't want to hear this stuff. We don't want any part of it. So let's just let Ole Miss knock them off and let them stew in their own misery that they didn't make it in the national championship game.
Yeah, and again, Mark still believes SEC is the greatest conference in college football. I disagree this year. I'm just, my opinion, I don't think it's the best this year. I go back to quarterback play. Anytime you have a conference and you got a lot of guys breaking in your quarterbacks, you're going to be down somewhat. That's the most important position on the thing. And
Mark, that's why Chad Mitchell's been a sponsor so long, is all that jumping on and off of the bandwagon.
Yeah. But anyway, I got to agree with my Buckeye boys. We were down. And we used to run our mouth about bowl games, and this year we don't run our mouths about it. But you're right. Things have changed as far as people sitting out, not playing. And we used to not have the playoffs, and now we have that. So you made some great points there. Great points.
Yeah, look, we used to be able to look at the bowls and do that. We all did. But you can't. For the last few years, you can't do that anymore because of all the opt-out. Just what Coach said about back with the Georgia Bowl game with FSU. Nobody thought Florida State stood a chance because of all the guys that were heading to the NFL and said, "We're going NFL. We're going to do that." There's just no way Florida State had a chance. But so you can't criticize Norvell and Florida State for that. Right. Because their guys did what was best for them. So,
well, Mark, we will talk to you next Wednesday. Thank you so much for sharing time with us. We appreciate you, sir, and you have a great day.
You guys too.
All right, buddy.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Hey, get out Jay Michaels Day, 11 o'clock. We'll be there. The legendary Jay Michaels, world-famous Jay Michaels Spaghetti. Check it out. If you're over in Lynn Haven, you got to go today to Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. 10 wings inside, $9.99. Unbelievable atmosphere. Great place. TVs everywhere. Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven. The key word there is Lynn Haven. We're out.
We got a special guest tomorrow?
Still? We got a Notre Dame football player coming on here tomorrow at 8:30. Guess who it is? You're going to be shocked. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida is your spot for college basketball.
And it goes in at the buzzer. Got it.
Listen to select games from the LSU Tigers, Florida Gators, the Auburn Tigers, and the biggest games around the country play